So good morning, we're here at London City Airport today, where we're flying in Club Europe with British Airways CityFlyer. We are flying today one of British Airways' most unique routes down to the island of Skiathos for our next adventure on this channel. Join us as we go through London City and explore what you can get on a 3-hour flight in BA CityFlyer's Club Europe cabin. So come on, let's go and check in. So our video starts here at London City Airport at the short stay car park. At London City Airport there are two types of car parking that you can book, one short stay and one premium short stay. The walk from the short stay is around about 5 minutes to the terminal building, and the premium is literally that car park you just saw there on the right, so it's around about a 2-minute walk to the front of the airport. London City Airport, here we go. So we enter through the main door here. If you do not know anything about London City Airport, is that it is actually literally in the heart of the city in London. So it was through the entrance here. A funny little thing happened on the outside of the airport actually, and someone said, "Oh, so whereabouts is the airport?" I was like, "Well, it's actually right behind you." So if we go in, British Airways' check-in is to the right-hand side, and it is very, very busy. BA CityFlyer tend to actually operate quite a sort of selective summer operation here at London City Airport. Check-in took around about 15 minutes, even in the Club Europe line. So now we make our way up to security, and as you can see, there's actually some construction works that's ongoing at London City, and in all essence, to be fair, this has been going on now for way over a year. Through security, and that took us around about 2 minutes. New systems at London City, very, very efficient. London City Airport prides itself on the efficiency of the airport and how you can literally rock up within half an hour of your departure time. Usual ritual at London City for when we fly from London City is you head to the Heathy Bar. I think that's how you pronounce it. As you can see there on the menu, there's a vast variety of breakfast options. I went for a latte and the avocado, poached eggs and smoked salmon with a light drizzle of chili oil. It was really, really nice, and this is always our go-to, no matter what time of day you're flying from London City. If we tend to find that I've got a little bit of time to use, I will always head to the Heathy restaurant. After the restaurant, it come to around about £50, so actually quite good, considering the drink offerings as well. Is duty free on the left hand side of you, and there's not really many sort of options for sort of food and sort of shops at London City Airport, with the whole point of it being this airport is based for commuters and for the city workers, hence why you find a majority of the actual waiting area is seating or sort of table seating. Anyway, we start now heading to the gate, so literally the gate started to appear. We're down to gate 9. One thing about London City is the incredible apron views you get. The apron views actually used to be really, really good prior to them doing a lot of refurbishment works here at London City. You used to be able to see the whole apron, but that has changed now. But I've just got to say, the apron views you do still get was incredible. So like I say, it was down to gate 9 today for our flight, and this is a great opportunity to let you know that we're flying on board British Airways Embraer E190 bound to the island of Skiathos. So we sat at the boarding gate for around about 5 minutes, then they called via boarding group. We were in group 1 today, being a BA Gold member and flying in their Club Europe cabin. When we got to the bottom of the stairs, it was around about a 5-minute wait before they actually let us board, because they had the Luxair Dash 8 coming on to stand. They just said that, we can't actually let you board until the Q400 has shut down its engines. But there is our chariot for today's flight to the island of Skiathos, this lovely British Airways Embraer E190. So it's up the stairs, and we're in their Club Europe cabin today, situated at the front, and we are in row 2 on the left-hand side, sorry. So there is the seat, there is the cabin. It's just your standard seat, really. One thing really, really good about row 2 is the incredible legroom that you get. This is always my go-to seat when flying on the Embraer aircraft. Being BA Gold allows you to actually select the front row. Like I say, and I have said in previous videos, I'm actually around 6'2", and the legroom on this is absolutely incredible. Tray table is stowed in the seats as you're in the front row. That's very easily opened up and sort of brought across your lap, as I will also demonstrate to you shortly. And then again, there's just the example of how good this legroom is. So we got on board the aircraft. Boarding literally took about 2 minutes because we only taken about 40 passengers down to the island of Skiathos today. Flight crew came on, informed us it'll be around about a 3-hour flight down to the island of Skiathos. Smooth flying conditions, and yeah, it was such a smooth process. So far, London City Airport yet again has been incredible. At London City, it is only a short taxi out, so it's a full sort of backtrack, but now they've made this new taxiway, there's none of that problems about sort of waiting and whatnot. The holding point, so it's straight down the taxiway, and the taxi down to the airport, down to the runway, sorry, took a little bit longer today because they just explained that we did have a slight slot, so they were taxiing a little bit slower than they would usually. On approach to the end of the runway, it's a really good time to actually just say, when BA CityFlyer and his Embraers take off from London City, as you're about to experience, I like to call them the pocket rockets. They hold the brakes, they hit the throttle, and they just floor it. But so far, it's been a really, really nice experience at London City. So what I'll do is I will stop talking and let you enjoy the takeoff from London City.
Good morning, my name's Alexa.
And just like that, the pocket rocket is up and into the skies above London on this lovely sunny morning. Shortly after departure, the cabin crew came on, they did their sort of welcome announcement, and they sort of laid out the foundations for the service you'd be receiving today on board this flight. Flying in the Club Europe cabin, you get sort of unlimited drinks and snacks, and you get a meal service. Being early morning, it sort of suggested that, you know what, we're going to get a breakfast, aren't we? That's the sort of common sense approach. And as we was heading down on our holidays, that meant that you could have a little bit of champagne as well. One thing I've got to say is just how incredible these views are after takeoff. London City Airport is such a unique airport. I think they've actually branded it on the channel as sort of the most unique airport in the UK / London. It is such a unique airport, and you get so many nice views. Look, there's the O2 there just peering through. One thing we also noticed, you can see the London Stadium, the entire of the sort of the Olympic set, the old Olympic setup around London as well. After departure, that was seen, and then you sort of shadow down the Thames estuary as well, so you get some really nice views down the Thames estuary. Being from that sort of part of the UK as well, you can pick out local landmarks. You're like, oh, I know where that is. It's Tilbury Docks. Not exactly luxury, but you know, it's just little landmarks like that, and it just feels quite nice. I've got to say that this Embraer, it does like to climb quite quickly. We seemed like we was actually held at sort of an altitude restriction after departure, because we didn't really do much climbing for a little while, but as soon as you know it, we were then up and in to the blue skies above London. I'd say approximately sort of 15 to 20 minutes after departure, they started the meal service. And it's a good opportunity as well after departure just to sort of notice the actual sort of the ambience of the cabin. Really, really nice. So they came round for the first drink service, and they offered pretzels at sort of 8 o'clock in the morning. A little bit strange, but hey, look, I'm not going to say no. Champagne and orange juice for me today. Nice to see them bubbles fizzing away. One thing I wanted to point out as well is the tray table. One thing on the tray table is really, really unique is they've got a phone holder. I also use this to actually stop the tray table from sort of moving forward, but I thought it was a really, really cool little adaptation there to the tray table. And as you can see there is our breakfast served. It's like an egg and spinach sort of omelette sort of offering, bit of bacon, mushroom, tomato, Greek yogurt with a mango sort of puree, and a selection of fresh fruits. No, I did not do the spinach. And a bit of butter, but no bread. I did say no bread, so they obviously forgot to remove the butter. And there we go. It was eaten. Apart from the egg and sort of spinach omelette thing, it's a little bit weird. Just sort of didn't really feel like it weren't going to set right at sort of 8 o'clock in the morning. So it just, a few sort of light nibbles of that, and it was left. But I've got to say, how cool was the little adaptation to the tray table? It was actually just thinking to myself that you could just sit there with your phone and watch something, or you can stop your tray table from moving. Anyway, now it's time for the Embraer E190 loo review. Really, really cramped in this loo. A little bit of hand soap, as you would expect. No other sort of premium products. Sometimes you get some sprays in the BA sort of Club Europe cabins on their Airbus fleet. So yeah, it's a standard loo, very compact and very tight. More drinks, they continue to bring the drinks round, so it's a continuation of orange juice and champagne, and I was actually mixing, please don't judge, and they offered another bag of pretzels, and I actually ate the other bag of pretzels. The drinks offerings were continuous, and this was such a good little addition to the flight. They just continued to provide this for the drinks, snacks, and it was just felt like you was actually getting a bit of a premium service. But then you could argue, with only 40 people on board, what more would you really expect? So, as we sort of slowly start our approach into Skiathos, it's a time to sort of go over Skiathos first of all, and what we've actually got coming up on the channel. So, Skiathos Airport is by far one of the most branded, dramatic queue, dangerous airports in Europe, up there with Gibraltar. Skiathos is known for a very, very short runway. It's known for having quite a steep sort of gradient on the runway as well, and it's also known for the low approach over the beach. Watch this space, videos will be coming so you can experience that. Skiathos is a beautiful island in Greece. It is such a small little unique island. It is just absolutely beautiful. So if you haven't got down there, even if you're an aviation fan or not, if you just think about sort of, it's just something that people don't really see or think of. It's just such a unique, it's got so much sort of character to it. Anyway, coming up on the channel while we're down here in Skiathos, we've obviously got our flight out. I'm going to be doing a full Skiathos, why you should visit Skiathos video, but also be looking at the beaches here in Skiathos because they are renowned for some of the most beautiful beaches in Europe. We'll take you to the end of the runway in Skiathos for a separate video showing you the sort of ins and outs of Skiathos at the end of the runway, spotting information and sort of how you can get there, where you can park and stuff like this. It's all coming. We've got so much content coming at you from this beautiful island, so please be sure to press that like and subscribe button because it is going to be incredible. And hopefully one of these this island is something that you may never have thought about going to see before, but after you watch these videos you might think, wow, this is somewhere where I desperately need to go. So now the plug-in's over. As you can see to our right hand side there is the airport, that big sort of white slab across the island, that's the runway. So this is a bit of a unique approach, as I've said before. So what we'll do is we'll actually start summarising the video now, and I'll actually hopefully cut it a little bit shorter so then you can enjoy the final approach and landing into this incredible place. So let's start off with the whole parking in London City. The parking in London City is not really, you'd think it'd be quite a bit more expensive, so that's premium costing due to sort of the area you're in, the airport, the sort of the style of the airport based around business customers, but actually no, not at all. Parking is very reasonable. You don't need to go for the premium option. It's a 5-minute walk and it's all undercover if it is raining, so it's really not, you don't need to sort of go for the premium option in my honest opinion. Checking in. Now the check-in was incredibly busy. There's a lot of flights going out this morning for British Airways CityFlyer, and I just found that the Club Europe line was just a bit slow. It just all felt a bit slow. So 15 to 20 minutes to check in, yeah, it felt a little bit slow. British Airways, obviously, At London City, they pride themselves on efficiency. It's more so the airport than the airline. So security was very efficient, a matter of minutes. New systems, incredible. The restaurant in London City, that's our go-to. I'd recommend that. That was really, really nice. Boarding process was policed well, and that was really, really sort of nice as well. Also probably helped the fact that they had a very light payload on this flight, carrying around 40 to 45 passengers. The flight itself, well, the service was really, really good. You tend to find sometimes with CityFlyer is that if there's only one or two or three crew on board, you might get a little bit sort of overlooked. They'll throw the service at you, and they're so used to these short flights. It's quick and, yeah, again, efficient is the word I'm using a lot. But this was obviously one of their longer flights they offer, and I just felt like the breakfast was good, the constant topping up of drinks. Overall, the service was really, really good, and I cannot sing any more praises for BA CityFlyer's crew on this flight. They did a great job. So many people can be a critic of British Airways, but honestly, on this occasion, the crew were incredible. The flight itself, really smooth, really nice, and I find that the sort of the 3-hour flight down to Skiathos is just enough to, I don't know. Sometimes when you sort of head sort of 4 hours, 5 hours, like previously when we went to Egypt, I found it just dragged a little bit towards the end. But then again, that was with TUI, not BA, and you're in the Club Europe cabin here. So, you know, yeah. Make that of what you want to make it. So, would I say it was worth it? Absolutely. There's no lounge at London City, that's for sure, and there's no lounge at Skiathos, but I just felt like it was worth it. It wasn't actually that much more expensive from economy to Club Europe on this flight. So, you know, if you're looking for tier points, you're looking for some sort of bit more of a premium experience on board. If you need a bit more luggage as well, by all means, this would definitely be something that I would look at. So overall, an incredible experience on board BA CityFlyer's Embraer down here to the island of Skiathos. And yet again, we have just started this incredible trip where we're going to hopefully get you so much content to help you and just make you think, wow, I need to visit this island. So what I'll do now is we commence our final approach into Skiathos. I will stop talking and I will join you again after touchdown at this unique, spectacular airport. And there we go then, we are down and we are on the ground here at Skiathos. Yeah, I mean, it's easy work for an Embraer that is adapted for steep approaches and for London City. Look, didn't even use half the runway. I mean, you've got the 737s that come in and whatnot, and they just really push to the max. But for this one, E190, absolutely no pressure whatsoever. It was off the runway and literally straight onto stand, literally about a 10-second taxi. That was really good. When we pulled onto stand, there's a little bit of a wait for the buses, but hey, look, it was quite busy. And as you will see in just a second, when we get off the aircraft, there was a hell of a lot of TUI flights here, and there's actually another TUI flight landed just after us. What else we're putting onto stand? I also just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for everybody who's been watching our videos, and thank you to everybody who's been liking, subscribing and commenting. I appreciate you think, oh, what's a comment going to do? But it actually does mean quite nice. It's actually quite nice for us to read these comments. So there we go. There is the sea of TUI aircraft on the ground here in Skiathos. The bus is pulling up, and what we'll do is have a little spin around and show you our Embraer E190. So it was onto the bus, and then it's literally, I'd say, around about a minute drive to the passport control. And oh my God, dear viewer, Greece does not do the entry-exit system. They have postponed it this summer, so immigration took about 5 minutes to get through instead of the projected, or it could have been about 100 years. Yeah, they've postponed it for another year. So yeah, clever stuff. Good decision from the Greek people and from the government in Greece. So literally 2 baggage belts here in Skiathos. They do Uber as well. So if you are coming this way, by all means, they also use Uber. So we went out to the front and the driver was waiting to collect us, and you just don't really sort of get much of a sort of feel potentially in the video, but this airport is so small and it is just so unique. I know I keep saying it, I keep repeating it, but it's just, honestly, until you visited, it's so difficult to actually explain. So there's the chariot to take me to the hotel. There it is. Oh, mind the moped. So there's the airport. Welcome to Skiathos. We have done it. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you've enjoyed experiencing British Airways' premium products on this flight down to this incredible island. Be sure to like, subscribe and watch out because we've got so much more coming. See you in the next one.